"Oh no, what happened to my dress?" she whispered. "Who would do this? My dress is ruined." Tears filled her eyes. "What am I going to do now?" All the students were asked to gather in the college auditorium for an important announcement. The principal looked at the excited students and said, "I am happy to announce our annual fashion and sewing competition. Every participant must design and sew her own dress. The student with the most beautiful dress will win the championship trophy and a full college scholarship." Then excitement spread everywhere. Everyone wanted to win. Among the crowd stood two girls, Hina and Emma. Neither of them knew that this competition was about to change both of their lives forever. Emma came from a wealthy family. She had expensive fabrics, a modern sewing machine, and every resource she could ever need, but she was proud and believed that winning belonged to her alone. On the other hand, Hina was a hardworking and kind-hearted girl from a middle-class family. She learned sewing from her mother and had an incredible talent for creating beautiful designs, even with old fabrics and limited resources. Everywhere Emma looked, she heard the same name, Hina. Some girls whispered, "I heard Hina is creating something completely different this year. She hasn't shown her dress to anyone. They say it could be the best design in the competition." Emma stayed silent, but deep inside she began to feel uneasy. "If Hina wears this at the competition, I might lose. I have to find out what Hina is making. What if Hina's design is truly the best?" That thought kept echoing in Emma's mind. At that very moment, jealousy began to grow in her heart. The very next day, Emma completely changed her behavior. She walked up to Hina with a warm smile, started sitting with her during classes, praised her talent and, slowly became her close friend. But behind that friendship, Emma was hiding a secret. Within a few days, Emma and Hina were seen together everywhere. "Look! Emma and Hina have become such good friends." Hina believed she had found a true friend. But Emma had only one goal: to discover Hina's secret design. One afternoon, Emma smiled and asked, "Hina, can I see your dress? I'm really excited to see your design." Hina smiled politely, "Not yet, Emma. I want everyone to see it for the very first time on competition day." Emma smiled, but inside her curiosity turned into jealousy. Finally, just 2 days before the competition, Emma said, "Hina, I'd love to visit your home sometime." Hina smiled warmly and happily invited Emma to her house. Emma arrived at Hina's home with a sweet smile. Hina warmly welcomed her inside. Emma looked around the small but cozy house. Hina introduced her to her mother. "Mom, this is my friend, Emma." Hina's mother smiled kindly and welcomed her. While they were talking, Emma's eyes suddenly stopped on a beautiful dress hanging in the corner of the room. Emma slowly walked closer to the dress. For a moment, she forgot to smile. Yet Hina's simple handmade dress was more special than anything she had created. For the first time, Emma felt afraid of losing, and jealousy slowly took control of her heart. The dress was not made with expensive materials, it was made with creativity, patience, and love. But she quickly changed her expression and smiled again. But behind her confident smile, she was still worried about Hina's unique design. After spending some time at Hina's home, Emma said goodbye with a sweet smile. Hina thanked her for visiting and happily waved as she left. But behind her confident smile, she was still worried about Hina's unique design. But the moment Emma walked away, her smile disappeared. That same night, in her small and peaceful home, Hina was still working on the final details of her dress. Her mother sat beside her, watching proudly. "You have worked so hard, Hina," her mother said. "Always remember, a person's value is not decided by expensive things, it is decided by their talent and honesty." Hina smiled and carefully completed the last stitches. She was not thinking about winning. She only wanted to give her best. Little did she know that someone was planning to stop her dream. Meanwhile, in her large and beautiful room, Emma sat quietly. The expensive fabrics around her no longer made her feel confident. She could only think about Hina's unique design. Emma looked at herself in the mirror, and whispered, "I cannot let her win." That evening, Emma was preparing her dress in her luxurious room. Her mother looked at the expensive fabric and beautiful design. She smiled proudly and said, "Emma, look at this dress. The fabric and everything about it shows class and elegance. No one in the college can compete with you. I am sure you will win tomorrow." Emma smiled with confidence. Her mother's words made her believe even more that money and luxury were the reason for success. The day everyone had been waiting for finally arrived. College was filled with excitement. Girls from different classes arrived with their beautiful handmade dresses, hoping to win the competition. The auditorium was decorated, judges were ready, and everyone was eager to see the creative designs. The competition had begun. All the girls carefully placed their dresses for the judges to review. Hina entered the hall carrying her dress carefully. She looked nervous but happy. On the other side, Emma arrived with confidence. She smiled proudly, believing that her expensive dress would make her the winner. Hina gently placed her handmade dress on the table, and stepped away for a few minutes to prepare for her presentation. The hall became busy as everyone prepared for the final presentation. Emma slowly walked toward Hina's dress. She looked around to make sure no one was watching. For a moment, she remembered Hina's kindness. But her jealousy pushed away that thought. If Hina wears this at the competition, I might lose. She made a terrible mistake. She damaged a small part of Hina's handmade dress and hid the missing decorations. Then she quickly walked away, pretending nothing had happened. A few minutes later, Hina returned with a happy smile. But the moment she looked at her dress, her smile disappeared. "Oh no, what happened to my dress?" she whispered. "Who would do this? My dress is ruined." Tears filled her eyes. "What am I going to do now? I'll lose the competition." For a few moments, she stood there, heartbroken. Then she took a deep breath and remembered her mother's words. "Never give up. Every problem has a solution." Hina wiped away her tears. "No. I won't give up. I'll fix my dress." Using her creativity and talent, she transformed the damaged dress into an even more beautiful design than before. Hina looked at her creation and smiled. She knew that true success was not about having no problems. It was about having the courage to overcome them. The time for judging finally arrived. One by one, the students presented their dresses in front of the judges. Every design showed creativity and hard work. Then it was Hina's turn. She walked forward calmly, holding her dress with confidence. Everyone looked carefully at her creation. No one knew that this dress had almost been ruined just moments before. But Hina's courage had turned a difficult moment into a masterpiece. The judges carefully examined Hina's dress. And when Emma's turn came, the judges admired the expensive fabric and elegant style of her dress. Emma stood proudly, believing that she had already won. Then the judges looked at Hina's dress. They were surprised by the unique design and beautiful handmade details. After a long discussion, the judges prepared to announce the winner. The judges were about to announce the winner. Just then, a student stood up and said, "Please wait. I saw Emma damaging Hina's dress before the competition." The judges looked at the student with surprise. "Do you have any proof?" The student lowered her head for a moment and replied, "I don't have any evidence, but I saw it with my own eyes." Then the student looked at Emma and said, "If you don't believe me, ask Emma. She knows the truth." Emma stood frozen. She couldn't say a single word. Tears filled her eyes as guilt took over. Finally, she whispered, "She's telling the truth. I damaged Hina's dress because I was jealous." The judges announced that Emma was disqualified from the competition. Then they proudly presented the first prize to Hina. "Emma." With tears in her eyes, she said, "Hina, I am sorry. I was jealous of you and I made a terrible mistake. You deserve to win because of your talent and hard work. Hina looked at Emma and smiled. She forgave her. Because she knew that a good heart is more valuable than a trophy. The competition had taught everyone an important lesson. Emma learned that jealousy can destroy even the strongest person. And Hina proved that true talent does not need expensive things to be recognized. A beautiful heart is the greatest prize anyone can have.